Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Molly Hendrickson with an update from Denver 7.
The unofficial results are in, and it looks like those living in Lakewood have approved a growth cap for the city. The county clerk's office shows the measure passed 53 to 47%. The final results won't be posted until next Thursday, but the initiative means there's a 1% cap on new housing construction, and the city council would have to approve larger projects. Now the question is, will other towns follow suit? Cities like Golden have already had a limit in place for 20 years.
A push to get voters to decide on a statewide abortion ban gets another hearing Wednesday morning. A petition was presented last month to the Secretary of State's office to put the idea up for a vote. Denver 7's Micah Smith has more on what this ban would actually do if passed.
This proposal is called Initiative 108, and it would ban abortions after 22 weeks. Having an abortion after 22 weeks would be a Class 3 felony similar to second-degree murder and could earn a woman more than 10 years in prison. As it's currently written, there would be an exception to save the life of a mother. The bill was filed with Colorado Secretary of State's office on June 7th. There was a hearing to review the initiative 12 days later, but no one from the proposal showed up. So the hearing has been rescheduled for this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Once the wording is approved, the petitioners pushing for the change will have to get about 125,000 ballot signatures to get on the 2020 ballot. This proposal is different than the personhood amendments that voters defeated in 2008, 2010, and 2014. Those amendments sought to make a fetus a person and give them rights. According to our news partners at the Denver Post, Colorado is one of 7 states that does not restrict abortion. However, according to the Guttmacher Institute, a reproductive health research organization, as of 2014, 78% of Colorado counties did not have clinics that perform abortions. Initiative 108's petitioners have 6 months to gather the amount of signatures that they need for this to head to Colorado's voters in 2020. Reporting from the state capitol, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
The Denver housing market is still favoring buyers. The Denver Metro Association of Realtors just released their June report Wednesday morning, and it found that the average price of a home fell less than 0.5% since May. It now sits at just more than $499,000. So far this year, there have been more than 9,500 listings. A home typically spends about 10 days on the market, which is a little more than last year when the median was about 6 days. Right now, hundreds of thousands of us are getting our final things packed for the long 4th of July weekend.
CDOT says the roads will be packed, but Denver 7's Eric Lufer shows us how CDOT is trying to help with some of that holiday congestion.
A record-breaking 841,000 Coloradans are expected to go on vacation this Independence Day weekend, this long weekend as it is. That's according to AAA. They're going to join the ranks of nearly 49 million Americans across the nation. That is the highest number ever recorded by AAA. Overall travel volume for the holiday will rise 4.1% over 2018. And this is an interesting tidbit from AAA. Denver International Airport will rank among the top 5 busiest locations for rental car pickups. Not to mention, the airport continues to break passenger records day in and day out. But for the most part, people will be on the road. The vast majority of Americans, 41.4 million, will travel by car over the course of the holiday. AAA also gave us the top 3 travel spoilers. And here they are. 1, locking your keys in your car. I know I've done that one. A bad battery, and also, this is dangerous, blown tires. So be prepared before you head out. I'm Eric Lufer, Denver 7.
And if you are flying out of DIA this holiday weekend, the airport is making it easier for you to check your bags. At both the Mount Elbert and Pikes Peak shuttle lots, you'll be able to check your bags before you even park. The service is open to passengers flying domestic on United, Southwest, Delta, and American Airlines. This is a free service, but airline bag fees do still apply.
If you just can't wait for the action on the 4th, you can still catch some fireworks Wednesday night at community events across our region. The Civic Center Independence Eve show starts with music, food trucks, and other vendors at 5 p.m. Adams County's Stars and Stripes celebration at Riverdale Regional Park starts at 4. Littleton's Red, White, and Youth celebration starts at 5 at Clement Park. Other cities doing fireworks displays tonight include Erie, Avon, Gunnison, and the Rockies after the game. You can see a full list of fireworks shows both Wednesday and Thursday on thedenverchannel.com.
Right around the 4th of July, CBD products start getting more popular, but not for people. Pet owners are buying CBD for their animals as a way to try to keep them calm during fireworks. But before you buy CBD for your pets like your dog, experts say you need to ask questions.
Hemp are bioaccumulator plants. So what that means is they'll pull up all the heavy metals and pesticides and anything else from the soil and distribute that throughout the plant. So if you end up extracting these CBD products from hemp that's been grown in bad soil, you're going to end up with a contaminated product that can do more harm than it does good. So it's really important that these companies are testing for both purity and potency.
So make sure the company you buy from will share those test results. And because there's very little research on CBD and pets, it's smart to get advice from your vet.
A Colorado tradition is being postponed this year because of the dangerous conditions on some of our waterways. This year's Tube to Work Day on Boulder Creek won't be happening until Friday, July 19th. That's a week later than its original date.
A theater company in Colorado is using a unique concept to combine plays with hiking.
This is interesting. Think of it as a moving play instead of just focusing on one stage. The company behind Arts in the Open does moving plays outside. These are pictures from a recent rehearsal at Chautauqua Park in Boulder. The audience walks a little bit, watches the scene, and then moves on to the next one.
A lot of families, when they're looking for things to do, a lot of your typical Colorado families want to do something outside. They want to take their kids outside, they want to go, they want to experience the outdoors, they want to hike. And so I think we draw in different people who want to be able to, they're like, oh, we can hike and see a show? That's phenomenal.
So this month's show is called Cinderella and Her Barely Godmother. Tickets start at $15 for kids, $20 for adults. Expect to hike about 2 miles during that show.
As you're preparing for your 4th of July barbecue, maybe burgers, brats, and ribs could be on the menu.
This all sounds good to me. Well, how about a little plant-based protein instead? Denver 7's Nicole Brady is talking about the newest thing in veggie burgers that's supposed to taste and look more like real meat.
It depends on the brand, but the two companies soaring in popularity right now are Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods. I spoke to Impossible Foods, and they tell me the main ingredient in their product is water, then soy and potato proteins, some binders, and what they call the magic molecule, heme. So think hemoglobin or blood. That's what actually makes their product look, feel, and taste more like meat. How they were able to harness that molecule is pretty fascinating. They took the heme gene and grew it in yeast.
The essence of what makes meat so juicy and craveable. And because we're the only plant-based burger that uses heme, we're the only one that really satisfies that hardcore carnivorous craving.
Impossible Meat is in over 9,000 restaurants nationwide. It's not in grocery stores yet, though. Now, as for Beyond Meat, you can get this one in grocery stores. Their product doesn't contain heme. The main ingredient in Beyond Meat is pea protein. As for the price, real meat, about $6.99 at Whole Foods for a pound of that recently. Beyond Meat, $9.99. We're going 360 on the new meatless meat today. Have you tried it, or are you a committed carnivore? We want to hear from you. Join the conversation on the Denver 7 Facebook page or email us at 360@thedenverchannel.com.
As we head into the holiday weekend, Katie LaSalle has your forecast.
Yeah, hi everyone, and happy Wednesday. As we go throughout the day today, skies will be mostly sunny. It'll be a very hot one, though, across the metro area. Plenty of sunshine through 11 o'clock at 83 degrees. We'll top out in the low 90s with increasing cloud coverage and just a 10 to 20% chance of seeing a passing storm. More activity will start in the mountains, mainly between Steamboat down through Gunnison around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Across the plains, low 90s with upper 90s down across the southeastern corner of the state. Risk of storms mainly from Lyman up through Sterling later on this afternoon. Could be seeing a few of those cells that produce some moderate to heavy rainfall, but for the most part it'll stay very dry today and tomorrow. 4th of July plans, it's going to be a hot holiday, 92 degrees in Denver. A better chance for late day thunderstorm activity Friday through this weekend. As our next weather disturbance moves through, it'll drop our temperatures back down to the 80s.
That will be a nice break from the heat. Thanks for watching this Denver 7 Now update.
Check back here later today for another update and download the free Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.